tastiest Birmingham. Please welcome your host, T-Bone is Gaming.
You know, T-Bone, it helps if you unmute the microphone when you come in. Oh, yeah. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and welcome to the show. It's T-Bone here logging in with another live stream for the 29th of August 2025. T-Bone, where have you been? Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. Look, there's a lot of reasons why I've not been around, okay? Huge amount of reasons, and I will get into that as we get into the stream. It's lovely to see the usual folks that are coming into the chat at the moment. Wolfgang is there, of course, along with the usual supporter downstairs. Yes, it is in the shape of my mother. Hello, Mom. She's waving. So tonight it is the turn of Derail Valley, so let's see what shenanigans we'll get up to, and let's see how many trains we crash or don't crash. So let's get straight on with it, shall we? Unbelievable. Come on, game. Come on, game. You can do it. Black screen. That's always a good start, isn't it? There it is. Thank you very much. Even Wizard Will is here. Hello, Will. Good to see you. Meanwhile, while I've been away, I've had a couple of subscribers. I've had a couple of subscribers. I've had new subscribers. I've had a couple of people obviously leave as well. So I've had Knockahead as recently as subscribed over the time I've been out. So welcome to the channel, Knockahead. And then this one, I don't know how credible this one is. I'll be honest with you. The Mighty Jingles 1. If that is the Mighty Jingles, as in Paul Charlton, a channel with over 600k subs, I'm honoured. I'm definitely honoured. Right, anyway. It's chucking it down in the valley today. Absolutely pouring down. I'm not sure exactly what time it is at the moment. But as you can see, I've got double DE2s. I've got a load to go. I've already got a load here, although the jobs are not on the they're not on the menu bar. Okay, let me go and fetch them. Also, what time is it? It is let me have a look. Oh, it's been a while since I've done this. 3:15 in the valley, so it's probably going to get dark while we set off and do this. Right, there's the station building. Thank you. Okay, so we'll get on the road and I can talk about what's been going on. I'm trying to remember the last stream was what, April? Was it around May? It was around March, April time, wasn't it? So I've had it's been a good long break. Right, it isn't the shunting jobs, I know that. Bye-bye. You can go. You can go. I'm remembering keys now. This may take a while. What have I got? Right. So in railway terms, if the signal is green ahead of you, then they do say that you have the road. So I am technically correct. Believe it or not. Now I know one of them. That's one of them. That's the other one. Yeah, that's the other one. And that's the third one. So we got 3 jobs. So we're going to go via steel mill. The steel mill is at the back. So I just need to reorder these. Hang on. 70... Is it 73? No. No. Oh, 89 is at the back. Thank you. Right. Okay. It is called a railroad in the US, indeed. In the UK, it's called a railway. So, hey-ho. Oh, I need to validate those. Idiot. Right, okay. Let's validate the jobs. Otherwise, we're not going to get very far, are we? Right. Okay, so we need to go via steel mill. So let me get that sorted out. Where's my train gone? Where's my train gone? Oh, there it is. See, some things don't change. And some things remain the same. Okay, let's get this fired up, shall we? Okay, good start. We are going to need both of them. Just chucking it down out there. Right, okay. Lights would be useful. There we go. And then, while I sit down in the driver's seat, I need to get the route right. So, we are currently in goods factory, and we're facing this direction. So, we need to go right, through the steel mill. We need to come right there, right there. Well, that's an opposing track, so we'll be fine. Right here, because we don't want to do that. Right there. Left there. And then left there. That's correct. Okay, so the route map's good. Someone took what exactly? Wolf, what are you talking about? Dear me. Right, let's get on with it. Into forwards. Make sure the brakes are off. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, this is my train. It's fine. Alright, okay. Right, how about some throttle? Oh. Nice and gentle in the rain. And we are away! Fantastic. What do you mean, my train? This is my train. Which train are you referring to? Help me out, Will. So I'm trying to think. While I'm setting off, I did actually re-watch my last stream, believe it or not. And I seem to remember I was talking about the brass teaching job that I was going for. Now, I have gone through. I did the teaching placement. I did the second interview, and did the second interview. And the good news is I managed to get the job. So that's fantastic. Oh, hang on. There we go. Bit of a delayed reaction. Thank you. Which is great news. So that means I've actually got my dream job as a brass teacher. I was trying a stupid joke, but you didn't catch on, so I couldn't say my punchline. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh diddums. Never mind. Yes, so I've got my dream job as a brass teacher. Initially, it'll be part-time. I'll just be working 2 afternoons a week. The only fly in the ointment is, obviously because I'm teaching children, young children, I have to go through various background checks. And I was hoping to start next week when it comes to like the induction week, which is basically going into like an office and having that sort of training, and then going into the schools and being trained. But the problem is the background checks have not been done yet, along with they have to do like a health check as well, and so I have to have those done. So I'm just waiting for everything to be processed before I can start. So potentially it's a delayed start, which is a pain. But it does mean that I've been practicing trombone a huge amount. You know, that's really been one of my main focuses, as well as dealing with other things as well. You know, one of the main things I've been dealing with more than anything is to do with my mental health, which is part of the reason why I haven't streamed as often. So I haven't really streamed as often because I've been going through therapy over the past several weeks to do with social anxiety, and it's been going well. I'm still going through it. It does mean on a Wednesday night, which is the night I would like to stream Derail Valley, because my therapy's on a Wednesday. It's not exactly compatible, because I'm one of these people where if I have therapy, it takes a while to process before I can really get on with my day, and I tend to find on a Wednesday, no, isn't happening. So yeah, that's been happening. Just coming up to 60 now. That's good. I might put on just a little bit of brake. One bar should do it, or maybe a bit more than that, because Derail Valley lied to me. Ooh. We're okay. You lying game. Stop it. And you wonder how you derail in this derail in this game. I asked, where is my train? Yes. Okay. Yeah, and what was the correct response? So, I feel like I'm pulling teeth here with all. You said someone took it. Okay. The suspense is killing me. I was meant to say who, right? Right, giving it the beans. Currently riders on a storm at the moment. Look at this. And then I would have said to you, oh, that's awful. Out of all the jokes you could have come up with. So yeah, I've done a huge amount of practice. I've been working on kind of diploma level pieces. So to give you some idea for the non-musical people out there, so basically you have graded exams. So grade 1 is the absolute beginning. Then grade 8 is, you know, that's pretty, grade 8 is as high as it goes. Yeah, I know, high as it goes. And then after that, you can then get diplomas. So I'm working on what's called the associate diploma for the Royal Schools of Music, and then the next one up from that is the licentiate. Now I took a bit of a break from doing it over the summer, and it's partly down to the fact that I'm still obviously unemployed, and the exam fee is expensive, very expensive. So I've had to wait a little bit, and I've got other expenses as well. So the car is due to have its Ministry of Transport annual exam, as well as it needs a couple of bits doing to it. It's nothing major, but it's just one of those things. And it's priorities really, more than anything. Okay, how are we getting on? World map. We are well on the way to the steel mill. And it's a literal road trestle. Hello! It's been a long time, my dear friend. I think this is my very young train enthusiast from America, I believe. Welcome aboard. So just to give you an idea, we are currently on the way to the steel mill. We've got a load to drop off there, and then we're heading down to the harbour. Wow, we're touching 80. Oh. Back off. Need some brakes. Trombone beats per minute. I don't know about that. Although one of the pieces I'm doing at the moment, it's piece by handle, and it's tricky. It's very tricky. Right, where am I going? Oh. Yeah, I need to slow down, please. Okay, we are going to... B3 inbound. Oh. Coffee. Yeah, fantastic invention. Whoever went to sort of Colombia and went, I wonder what these beans taste like if you grind them and then put them into a suspended liquid. Thank you very much. Right, so your cat's meowing in your ear. How pleasant. Right, okay, hang on. I need to reverse. Oh, sorry, door! Latent door, but never mind. In my case, I normally have about 2 mugs of coffee a day, but not at this time of night. I like to sleep. Although I will admit I'm a bit of a night owl. You drink the powder coffee. I use beans and actually grind them and put them in a French press and do all that jazz. Originated in Ethiopia. Interesting. I never knew that, Will. Thank you very much. And yet, a lot of people associate it with, well, mainly South America, also Indonesia. Coffee died in the Brutal College League. Really? God. Yeah. That's something that Wolf's Talk had taught me into. That's something that's happened over the summer. I am now a manager of a Brutal football team by the name of the Port Miggins Pirates. So far, we've won 4 and lost 4. And the bad news is that we're up against a very good team. A very, very good team next week. And yeah, it's not a case of how much I win by. It's more a case of how much I don't lose by. So I think it's going to be damage limitation next week. I think the other reason I didn't stream over the summer, and this is partly true, is we have had a few moments in the UK where it's been getting up to 30 degrees, and I don't know. And considering I've got a semi-water-cooled PC, like a lot of people will have, with an all-in-one cooler over the processor. I didn't really fancy doing that. Okay, so I didn't really fancy streaming over the summer. Has to be said. Yeah, that's weird. Since the update, this thing will not charge. If I turn the power off, it does, but it doesn't seem to charge properly, and it doesn't matter what I do with it. So I'm going to just put it down here. There we go. Okay, right, so we want to go B3 inbound. Right, door! I was trying to get over my visit. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute. Yes, I was yes. So over the summer, there was a knock on my door and a wild Swedish person appeared. Isn't that right, Wolfgang? So yeah, Wolf actually stayed with me for 4 days. So we finally met in person. And I have to say, thoroughly nice chap. So what did we get up to? Right, okay, we went. So we went to the Severn Valley Railway because Wolfgang likes trains, and I like trains, so it made sense. So yeah, we went on a steam railway, preserved steam railway, and we also went to the Black Country Museum. Out of nowhere and scared him to death. To be fair, you did give me a little bit of a surprise when you knocked on the window. The fitness cram pacer test is a multi-stage rope. Why are you telling me this? Tressel, why are you telling me about a fitness cram pacer test? Okay, that's random. Mind you, I tend to find that my audience is a little bit random. I don't mind. Mind you, so am I. And we also went to the Black Country Museum, which is over in Dudley. Oh. So over in the Black Country Museum, you have a lot of buildings that recreate what the West Midlands was like in different periods of history. So like the Victorian era, like the 1920s and 30s, 1950s and 60s. You also have you can actually go down a coal mine and have a bit of a tour around the coal mine. There's demonstrations of aluminium casting. That was amazing, actually. Once they put it in the cast, it set so quickly. It was incredible. As well as they had a blacksmith there, and he was doing chain making. That was incredible to watch. And then they've got a dock area where they've got canals and that kind of stuff. I remember going there many years ago, and you actually had a canal ride. No, we certainly don't have any. We don't have any US steam locos over here. They're all built in the UK. In places like Doncaster or Crewe, there are two well-known sort of places that locomotives would be made. I did not complain about hitting my head in the coal mine. It was, we had a proper hard hat on, and I'm 5'7". I know, short ass. The coal mine, though, some of the places gets down to 5 feet. And every now Wolf would hear a clink as my hard hat hit the roof, hit the ceiling. And he found the whole thing hilarious. I did moan a little bit, like, oh, bloody stupid mother. Sucker fella. So to be fair, he does have a point. Well, certainly using a hard hat, yes. I didn't actually really hit my head, but I had a hard hat on, and then, yeah, every now and again, clink. It was a good job I had the hard hat on, otherwise I would have had a really nice scratch or bleed or something from it. But yes, that really did happen. But for Wolf, it was a bit of cultural enrichment because of all the dialogue where they've got recordings which they put on there, and they've got sort of mannequins which reenact how coal mining was done back in the day, and all of the dialect was in Black Country dialect, and it was proper thick Black Country. I did wonder whether Wolf would understand it. to be candid with you. Okay, let's get out there. Door! Hold on, which one is it? That's the pipes, isn't it? You understood, okay. We've come for your royal. I think they're doing that to Ukraine, aren't they? Which one is it? Scrap metal. Hang on. Have I picked up the wrong job? Which job's this? Doesn't say, does it? Oh crap. Have I cocked this up already? Hang on. FH89? No, I haven't. I'm alright. I'm okay. Sort of. Alright. Two blows to indicate we're going forwards, three blows backwards, and one means idle. I tend to use it when I set off, but otherwise no. I mean, as far as I know, when it comes to the UK, using the horn is dependent on the railway operator. So some companies, for example, will say, yeah, picking up with the wrong job is something I would do. Okay, so at least that one's okay. Right. Okay. Station is there. I may have to do a bit of a. I may have to call the Enterprise and do a teleport. Yet. Okay, so I can validate 89. Nice, 23 minutes. Job done. Okay, right. So we got 98. That's going to harbour. That's right. 98 and 73. I don't have pipes. A lot of the railway crossings in the UK are automated. So there isn't any need. But as I said, it's dependent on company. Generally speaking, you might get a sound of the horn when a train sets off, but it isn't all the time. Yeah. Or some companies say that you need to use the horn in a tunnel. Okay, so which job is this? This is... So I got 98. 73 is wrong. Oh, God. Hold on. I've got to go back to the goods factory. How do I teleport now? Is it in the... Right, 73. I need to get rid of that job. And I need to teleport to the harbour. How do I do this now? I can't remember. I need to teleport to the goods factory. I'm trying to remember how you do it. Oh, each their own trestle. An A4 actually has the A4 pitch. The A4 whistle isn't so bad, isn't so high, but a lot of the UK ones are like that. Yeah, I think a Black 5 isn't quite so high either. But there again, if it wasn't for the UK, you wouldn't have steam engines in the first place. Because we invented them. Right, how the heck do you teleport? Right, audience, if you can help me out here, that would be useful. World map. Do you click on something? Oh, hang on. Yes, you do. Right, fast travel. Yes, I'll pay the $926. Right. It's alright, I got it. Yes, hello, cuckoo. Pipes. Where are the pipes? Is it this one? No. Okay, not you. Not you. Not you. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. Don't tell me the jobs have changed. Ah, here we are. I got him. I got him. Thank you. That's what I'm looking for. Right. Okay, back to my train then. All right, Scotty, beam me up. There we go. Done. East Tennessee, West North Canyon Railroads. Fair enough. Cool. Mm-hmm. I think we were on a Stanier. Oh, but I think we're on a Stanier Mogul. When we went to Seven Valley. Okay, 1950s, cool. Right, now then. I have the right job now. That's always useful. That should be it. Okay, onwards. Oh. Hang on. Stay there. $13 hours late for an Amtrak. From what I know with about American railroads, they seem to prioritize freight over everything else, from what I understand. I believe I've set the tracks correctly, so here we go. I don't think I need the wipers now. I think the last time I travelled by train was to London, and it was 18 months ago. I went out on a date. Only that, God, that woman really messed me around. Ended up waiting a good couple of hours for her. And by the time I was going home, unfortunately, my train was delayed, and I ended up coming into Birmingham really late, to the point where I missed my connection to go home on the local train, and I had to get a taxi. But generally speaking, my experience of the rail service in the UK is not bad, actually. A tornado, a faulty engine, a broken tunnel, and a replacement crew. Right. Wow. That's quite something. Right, let's see if we can get up to speed. Oh, Trestle, the other time that you will sound a whistle on a UK railway is when they've actually got a board with a little W by it for whistle. And it could be at pedestrian crossings over the railway. It's particularly prevalent on places like the East Coast Main Line. Oh, I'm on the verge of wheel slip here. Okay, let's put some sand down. Give myself a little bit of traction. But now that we're coming into September, I shall be streaming more frequently. It's just going to be a case of watch this space when I schedule it. Mainly we're looking at it Wednesday or Friday, possibly Sunday. I'm trying to work out what days I'm going to do. It all depends on what's happening during that time. Because the thing is, when it comes to YouTube, when it comes to live streaming or potentially producing videos, although I haven't produced a video in years, has to be said, I think I prefer doing live streams and basically talking to you guys directly, as well as sharing the moments with you. I think that's what I like to do. I treat it as a hobby, and the thing about it is that I would say that there are times when I do want to do other things, whether it's spend time with my mother or potentially go out or do those kind of things. Do those kind of things. There are some times that during the evening I just want to practice. I just want to practice trombone, and can you blame me? Yes. Particularly now that it's my job. You know, teaching brass is actually it is my job, or it will be my job once all the background checks are done. So that means I've got to make sure that I'm on my A game. Oh, 50 and coming down. All right. That's coast. Send her off, please. Thank you. Just check I'm going the right way. So far, yes. So, as the kids today like to say, I like to touch grass. I.e., live in the real world. You know, I've gone to... You should be on your tea game. If you're talking about live streaming, I think I get what you're talking about. Well, I am trying to be. Although that was one of the questions I asked Wolf. I said, how am I in real life in comparison to how I am on the stream? And he said exactly the same. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I haven't quite worked that out. Right, give it the beans. Oh, trombone game. Yeah, absolutely. As well as, generally speaking, when you're teaching young children, so about 8 years old, most of them start on trumpet, which means I'm going to have to get the trumpet out of the case and give it a go. I haven't played T-Bone Gaming. Well, T-Bone is actually a nickname a Detroit trumpet player gave me, because T-Bone is sometimes shortened for trombone. So that's where it comes from, and that was given to me while I was working on cruise ships many years ago. I don't know whether tree bone sounds right, to be fair, Tressel, because it sounds like I like trees too much. And that definitely would make me sound like I'm weird. I mean, for goodness sakes, playing trombone probably singles me out. As well as the fact, I did a personality test recently, and it comes out that I have a rare personality type. It's either known as an architect or a mastermind. You can look it up. It's Myers-Briggs, and it's INTJ. And apparently 1 in the 50 people in the world have this particular personality type, which means if you meet me, you know you've met me. It says 70. I am going to back off a little bit though. Oh, 80, we're fine. Yeah, Wolf on stream is definitely I would say a heightened version of himself. I think he's a little bit more chilled out in real life. Is my view of him. But I think that's the thing, when you do this kind of stuff, it has to be said that you do tend to get, and I think it's because you're presenting live to an audience, you do tend to get more of a heightened version of that person. So potentially it's that person plus an extra 5 or 10%, because you have to entertain an audience, and I think that's what it is. As well as the fact that you have to think, I'm talking to you as if you're sitting probably right now, right opposite me right now, even though I'm looking at 3 monitors. Or potentially if you're in the passenger seat of a car. That's the way I envisage it in my mind. Oh, 40. Stop the brakes, stop the brakes, stop the brakes, stop the brakes. No, it's 70, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. For a minute I thought we were going... we had a hard turn. Oh, you got a new track IR? Oh, cool. I know there is a 40 somewhere. Here it is. Oh, good God. Yeah, that sounds like a video that's certainly not safe for work. Oh. It's one thing I have to be very careful of when I'm teaching. YouTube is one of the places that's used as a resource. So I think what I'll have to do is I'll have to set up a separate profile specifically for teaching. That might be in my real name as well. And so then so I'll make sure that whatever comes up on screen, it's, you know, obviously safe for people to look at. Press Play Studios, hello, welcome. Oh geez, Trestle, if you could type in lower caps, that would be great. It is in the chat rules because it looks like you're shouting. Yeah, oh, it's Lily. Hello, Lily. Welcome. Good to see you. I'm playing what you do for work. That's cool. It's okay, Trestle, no worries. So you drive trains for work? I never knew this about you, Lily. You just come home from playing trains. Is that your actual... When you say you come home from play... Now, let's clarify this. Are you actually on the main lines of the UK, or do you work on a preserved railway? Oh, volunteer at the GCR. I'm trying to think which one is the GCR now. Yeah, Wolf is a tram driver. Just to give you an idea, ladies and gentlemen. But it's lovely to have you along for the ride. It's always lovely to see people turn up and chat and interact. It's great. Great Central Railway. Not familiar with that one. You'll have to fill me in a little bit. On and off the brakes right now. And there's the harbour lights coming up. Just on the right hand side. Really? Yeah, Wolfgang's around my age. In fact, I think he's only a few years younger than me. But you, to be fair, matey, you do look quite youthful for a man of your age. Oh, right, okay. So, a lot of sort of maintenance stuff. That's cool. I think if I volunteered, it would probably be for Severn Valley, because that's the closest to me. No, you're not that old. Mind you, some people would say I'm over the hill now. You know, I've gone past that age. I've got to that age now where if a younger woman asks me how old I am, I say old enough to be wise. And if she inquires again, I'll say old enough to remember when the dinosaurs roamed the earth. I quite like that one. Okay, where are we taking this stuff? 35. 35 is E8. 98 is also E8. Oh, that's useful. That's obviously why I've chosen those jobs. That's cool. I don't know whether I'll get the bonus for the simple reason that I had to teleport. Right, so I need the station map now. Okay, let me do this. Harbour. Okay, yeah, that way. That way. E-yard is what I'm looking for. Okay, 8 is that way, right, that way, and then right here. Okay, that should do it. I just hope there isn't anything in there. We'll soon find out. It may happen, to be fair, Wolf. That is possible. Skibbity Ohio Sigma. Oh, good grief. Are you, if you're referring to a certain event that happened recently, yeah, that's incredibly tragic. I tried to keep the stream fairly light, to be fair, Tressel, rather than talk about things like that. Yeah, but God bless them. You know, my heart goes out to the families and everyone that's been affected by that particular event that's happened in America recently. Yeah, absolutely. It is people around our age that tend to do that kind of thing. Although it's a huge, it's long hours and it's a hell of a commitment, particularly from the voluntary side. As well as, it depends what people want to do. I mean, most people probably, they join a preserved steam rail to drive a steam railway to drive a steam train. I'd imagine that would be the main sort of attraction. But not everybody can drive. At the same, or not everybody's allowed to. They don't necessarily need a load of drivers. They need other people. They need cleaners. They need firemen. They need trackside workers, they need signalmen, they need people staffing the stations, all of this kind of stuff. So that's the thing. Right. Oh, I need to back up just a little. So it's a big operation. It's amazing in some ways that we do have preserved railways. So hats off to all those that actually do it, whether it be voluntary or I think there's one or two paid positions, but not a huge amount. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. In fact, I saw an old film, and I think it was from the LMS Railway. And it was a chap that just signed on. He wanted to be, obviously he wanted to be a train driver, but in order to do that, he had to climb through the ranks. And his first job was a cleaner. So literally he would actually clean the engines. Make sure the spick and span, they'd probably empty the grates out and do that kind of stuff. And that was what he had to do to sort of graduate and eventually become a fireman. I think fireman would be fun. I wouldn't mind doing that, actually. I wouldn't mind being a fireman. I think that would be an interesting skill. Mind you, you see a lot of these firemen and they're skinny as a rake. They really are. 70 paid staff. Wow. That's incredible. I don't know how many there is at Seven Valley, although Seven Valley's definitely had its problems. Thanks to a viaduct, thanks to an embankment collapsing. Right, well, we have managed to get away without a sudden stop in the harbour. Hooray! All I need to do now is just get these jobs handing in. Yeah, I'd imagine some of the engine crews aren't. Depends upon the engine though, doesn't it? Oh yeah. Massive effort to actually reopen that top section of the line. Because when Wolf and I had went there, it hadn't opened yet. I think it had about a month to go. But absolutely amazing effort and the amount of money that was raised. But it almost feels like, as a preserved railway, you just cannot catch a break. At all. Right, okay, hang on. There we go. Got to enter the back one and... Brakes off. Right, brakes on. Right, okay. What do we need? Don't need you. I need you. Okay, so we're now coming in from this angle. Right, left. That is correct. Okay. Let's back up and on the way we go. Really? What's wrong with back cabbing? It's on a multiple unit. What's the problem? It's only like changing ends on a class 47. Now I've got two critics. I've got Lily and I've got Wolf now, basically, of how I drive and all this kind of stuff. Oh, mind you, Tressel's probably going to say, oh, you didn't sound your whistle when you should have sounded your whistle. Oh, here we go. Meanwhile, Will's probably going to keep score. I can see where I'm going. I'm going in reverse. I don't need to see where I've been. No horn when you pulled off. All right. Oh, Lily's getting upset with me now. Mind you, sometimes I do these things just to annoy people. Just for the fun of it. A lot, apparently. Let's put it this way. It's a good job Lily's... And game, please. No, I need to go in the... Will you... There we go. Sorry about that, people. OBS died. And I think I know why it's dying. I've got to reconfigure my sound. I use an ACO driver, and I think it's very much outdated now. Where am I? Don't tell me I'm leaving the... Hang on. Right. Right. Okay, that's the one. That's the one off. And cut that one off. Right, take the remote now. Where the hell am I? I don't know. Okay. I'm lost in the fog. This is not good. Not good at all. Yeah. It's one of those cases where it should be, you know. I have no idea where I am in the... Where the hell am I now? Where the balls? What? Oh, God. Don't tell me the stream's going to be this for the next 20 minutes. Well, I'll try and figure out where the hell I am. Church. I don't remember a church. What's this? Hold on. Where's the harbour gone? Okay, track. That's a good start. Am I going in the harbour? Right. Okay, this is E-Yard. Ah, okay. Right, so I found the E-Yard. That's always a good start. Right. E-Yard. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Somewhere here is a station building. Is it over here somewhere? Oh, that's the roundhouse. Okay, right. Yeah, I am watching out for the boogeyman. If I start hearing scary music, I'm going to run. In fact, I have threatened it for the past couple of years, but I do have Choo Choo Charles. And at some point, I should play it. Because Choo Choo Charles is a horror game involving trains. It's somewhere over here. I just can't find it. There's the roundhouse. It's so hard to see in the fog. Yeah, I know. But look in front of me. Where's the green blinking thing? There's a ship there. Ship there. Yeah, good start. It will glow through the fog. Okay. Right. That's the shunting yard. Yeah, okay. I've got an idea now. Yeah, it's over here. I know where I am now. It's like I figured it out. It's down here. Just about. Oh, what fun. Thank you, audience. Cheers, Lily. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay, there's one. Okay, and here's the other one. Validate order. Oh, I didn't validate. It's not counting it. Because I didn't validate the order before I left the goods factory. It isn't counting it. So that's a scrap job. Oh well. Never mind. Oops. Right, let's have now. Since they've done updates, some of my mods, a lot of my mods aren't working, including the one that organises all of the jobs on the table. So that's why I've got a mess. Okay, right. So, well, we don't want to do shunting, so those can go. Okay, no, don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that. Okay. Should be just logistics and freight halls now, but we've got to sort these out into actual destinations. So city south. Right, goods factory. Well, there's a job there for goods factory. Okay. Well, in that case, Wolf, thanks for joining us. Sleep well and have fun with your trams tomorrow. Okay, goods factory. Right, so I've got 3 of those. I have got machine factory. War, I got 2 going to the farm. That'd be right. Now, coal mine east. Okay, put that there. It's not playing a board game, this. Right, that's machine factory. Steel mill. City west, that's something completely different. City west is there. Iron ore mine west is there. Forest south. We've got a load of jobs going to the goods, back to the goods factory. Okay. Let's see. No. That can go there. Let's see now. That's machine factory. Yeah, there is a quick way up to... There is a... Yeah, the way up to the goods factory. I can see the way up to the goods factory, which would avoid the steel mill. Right, so we got 4 jobs going to the goods factory. Okay. 2 going to the farm, 1 going to the steel mill. City West iron up. Right. It looks like we're going back to the goods factory, guys. So what I need to do now is put this job together. I've got to have a look at the tonnage though. 119. That's going to be 120, basically 120 plus 50, so 170. 190. Okay, 590. 590, 790, 770, 765. Okay, so 765 tons. Although, do I have hazmat too? That's a good question. What licenses do I have? I don't know. I don't think I've got hazmat too. Let me just have a look. No, I don't. How much money do I have? Oh, I could buy it. I could buy it, but what do I want? I'm 10 grand off a DE6. So actually, I'm going to leave the hazmat license for the time being. Okay, so let's see. We have... Okay, so I've got E3... E2, E4. So it's going to be 3 jobs basically, going up to harbour, going up to goods from harbour to goods factory, I should say. So we've got E4. Okay, we've got E4, D5, we've got E3, D5, and then I've got E3, E2, D6. That's fairly straightforward. Hold on. What I do need to do is just do a little bit of sorting out. Hang on. You go there. Right, so it should be... That's E4, D5, yeah. That's E3, D5. That's E2, D6. Perfect. Okay, good. Right. Okay, so we've got to get those jobs together. Hey, the fog's cleared up. Okay, let's see what locos we can play with. Well... Oh, we've got plenty of hydraulics. That's quite nice. And of course, we have the 282. Yeah, that makes sense. Right, so what I can do is I can get these 2 serviced as well while I'm here. Might as well do that. Okay. Right then. Well, the lead cab is this one. There we go. It's getting a bit chilly in here. Right. Okay, let's get this on the turntable and figure out what train we're going to use. I know what the audience wants. I already know. All I know is, if I do drive that particular locomotive, it could end in tears. No, I'm not talking about 2D2s, no. That's the easy bit. Oh, 6D2s. Was that one? I can't remember which stream that was. Yes, the D2 is very good for shunting, but when you first start the game, it's the only engine that you have the license for. And as you saw, you can get it up to a fair old whack. You can get it up to about 80 kilometers an hour, which is 50 miles per hour in proper units. None of this French rubbish. Yeah, I can kind of understand that one. Now, I need to check the alignment and whether I need to... whether I need to change my alignment on the turntable. Hang on. Right, let me have a look. Oh! That is the servicing. That's fine. Okay. Just drive straight in then. Right, let's see how much this is going to cost me. There we go. Right. That'll do. Oh! Oh, darn it. I need to back it up. Okay, fine. It's only a slight amount. There you go. That should do it. No. Nah. Nah. All right. Let's see now. Good. Right. Powertrain. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, diesel. Nope. Come here, you. Thank you. Right. 17,000 for that one. Right, so that's done. Now for the next one. Oil. Sand. Hold on. What? Don't tell me it won't reach. Right, come here, you. No, won't reach. Oh, for God's sake. Fine. Hang on. Come on, give it a bit of a shove. All right, don't argue with me. Hang on, which one am I servicing? Is it this one or the other one? Oh, for God's sake. Hang on, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I'll pay for the rest. Right, everybody knows they want me to drive this thing. Okay, fine. Let me go and get it. Excuse me. All right. So, shovel. Here we go. Right, coal in the hole first. Now, I must admit, I do have a bit of a reputation when it comes to driving steam on Derail Valley. Unfortunately, it isn't a good one. It is not a good one, I'm afraid. There is a possibility that we will not get there in one piece. Okay. Come on, baby, light my fire. That'll do nicely. Okay, so we've got the blower on. All right, pressure's coming up. That's nice. I can add a little bit more through the injector. That's blow down. That's the wrong one. It's the injector you want. More coal. That's enough. Yeah, it's coming up to temperature nicely. Right then. Let's deal with the oiling points. Yeah. And then my oil can. Hang on. Oil can is here. There we go. And that one as well. Okay, good. Close those. Okay, prime the lubricator. Air compressor. Okay, here we go. Nope, hang on. Okay. The only other thing I haven't done is the dynamo on the top. Right, and then I need to put the brakes in. Okay, shovel. Here we go. Okay, that'll do for now. Okay, I'll just do a quick brake check. Locomotive brakes are fine. Train brakes are fine, and it's raining. Oh, great. That could be a problem. Okay, let me just let me just start the windscreen wiper. There you go. And lights are here. There we go. Perfect. Right. Good. That should be to running, which is there. She is not a happy bunny. Oof. She's definitely not a happy bunny. Hold on. Right, let me just check. Lubrication points. Could have swore I did these. Yeah, that's done. Ha! That would explain it. Okay, top that one up. Check that one. That one looks okay. Right, make sure the lubricate's properly primed. Yep. Okay. Fully on the turntable, that's a question. Yes, good. Right, here we go. See, I do remember some things. Oh, that's not good. Steam loco in this weather. Something tells me that isn't a good idea. What are you complaining about? Seriously? Oof. Right, brakes on. What the hell's going on? Oh, hang on. That would help. Wouldn't it? Well, I almost got it right. Tell me about it. Particularly this one. Knucklehead, hello. Welcome to the show. Not sure if you've been here before. The name doesn't ring a bell. Nope. Oh, that's not going to do a good job on the tyres. Never mind. Okay, welcome to Train Set View. Excuse me. Right, let's have a look now. E4. E3. Okay, so we need to back up towards the E yard. Okay. So my audience, please feel free to say hi to Knuckle. They're a friendly lot, honestly. I think you were playing this. Playing this song you weren't streaming at the time. Okay. If you're talking about DNW, DNW Gaming, I have appeared on his stream, but that's Railroads Online, where this is Derail Valley, so this is a little bit different. The train simulation in this is a lot better. Yeah, that's where yeah, I thought so. Yeah, that would be Railroads Online. Right, so it's going to take me a little bit of a while to get this job put together, and then we can run it. This is the sort of stuff that occasionally that I will do off stream normally, but of course, once you've done the first job, you've still got to do the second job. Yeah, nice of you to join us, Knuckle. That's cool. Along with everybody else. Okay, I am going to just stop the loco there. Right, I want to get E4 first, but I want to check there isn't anything in the way. Okay, E4. Yeah, that's 87. There isn't anything in the way. Okay, we're good. So I can throw that point. And this one. All right then. Here we go. I'm doing this for Lily's benefit. You do realise. Apologise. I don't know why I didn't my phone on Do Not Disturb. Thanks, I'll do that now. Hang on. There we go. Perfect. I know some people say this is cheating. I think it looks better on stream though, doesn't it? Should be slow enough. Yeah, definitely. Okay, that's good. That's true, Will. Right. Okay, here we go. Come on. Come on. There we go. Glad hands, thank you. Right. Now. Handbrake. Not you. Right at the back. Yeah, that's pretty typical. Okay, great. So that's 87 hooked on. I need 83, which is in E3. That should be this one, shouldn't it? Yes. Okay. Now then. Cool. Right, let's go. Oh, slipping. Come on, girl. There's one thing I've never quite understood is how on earth do you judge where the back of the train is once you've picked something up like this? It's something I've never been able to figure out. I mean, you can do it kind of roughly, but there has to be a knack to it somehow. I mean, it helps when you've got a curve like this. Yeah, that would help. It's where multiplayer on this would be wonderful. I'm just going to try and wait to see whether... see when the back car straightens out. Or I can do that. I think that's far enough, actually. About that much should be fine. Cool. Right. Because occasionally I get asked why I don't play it on fully realistic. Mainly because you can get third party, you can get sort of different camera views and that kind of stuff. Sometimes the interface is useful. Okay, E4. E3 is what I need. Yeah. Yeah, I know about modern trains where you get a device and you can just set it to, this is what my train length is. And then as you pass a point, you can just press a button and it'll go beep. Great stuff. But I think you can get one of those in the shop. But I can't see the point in doing that until I've got museum vehicles. Sorry, I've got museum locos, I should say. Okay. So those people watching, welcome to the stream. It's lovely to see you here. If you enjoy what you're watching, you know, do the usual, you saw the YouTube stuff, you know, comment, like and subscribe. As you can tell, I'm really bothered about it. And feel free to talk amongst yourselves or talk to me. I really don't mind. Wow, I can still see the air. I can hear the air escaping. Mind you, I do need to inject some water as well. Hang on. Probably need some coal. Yes. Project structure for the new project on the day job. Ooh, okay. I see. Do you want to tell me about it, Will, or is it you know, secret hush hush? Can't tell anybody. Because currently I'm part of something that's very secret hush hush. Can't tell anybody. Because I'm under an NDA for a particular video game that I'm in a closed beta of. And that's about as much as I can tell you. I can't tell you what I'm doing to the game. I can't tell you what features are planned. Nothing. Nada. It's a scheme for handling gift cards for a company. Ooh, interesting. Okay, that's different. Wow, this is taking a huge amount of water. See this needing servicing before we set off. That'll do. So if Lily's still there, here's a question for you. Do you actually drive steam? Do you have to drive steam locos on the Preserve Railway at all? Or fire them, for that matter. That'll do. Right, where am I? Let's Let's have a look. Okay, I've backed up sufficiently to get the next load. I can close the cylinder cocks. So plan is, guys, as soon as I've got this this job all together, I will take a short break. And then I'll run the job, get to the destination, and then we'll call it a night. Oh, that's nice. Okay, coming back nice and gently. There's a chap at the back going, "You're all right. You're all right." And I think that's it. Perfect. Right. So look, shall we? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Really? Okay, fine. Back we go. There it is. That should do it. Yeah, there it is. Ah! You! Yeah. Yeah, every job at the harbour. Yeah, that'd be cool. I think once I've got the D6 license, then that's something I could potentially do. I'd also potentially look for a mod that works where I can do the remote with the D6. That would be fantastic. But the thing is that because there's been several updates, you don't know which mods are working and which aren't. It's one of the problems we've got now. Of course it's at the back. There we go. So the last job is in E2, which is these three. After which, we are pretty much good to go. All we need to do is validate the jobs. I will pay my fees so the loco is fully serviced and I've got full tank of water and full coal and all that kind of stuff. Probably needs refiring after that, but hey. It probably would. Yeah, that's something I'd do off stream. Most definitely. Oh, getting a little bit of slip, but we're fine. There we go. String line derailing. I don't know whether I've seen that on this game. Ugh, now then. Excuse me. Shoveling some more coal. Slight injector. 20%. Yeah, it's getting better, isn't it, as we get longer? There we are. Round two will be fine. Perfect. Okay. Last lot. So this will be done in about 5 minutes. Okay, E2. All going to the goods factory. Perfect. Now, 2 of the jobs are going to the same siding in the goods factory. And 1 of the jobs is going to a different one. I know that. And that's down to a mod you can actually put on the game, which I find incredibly handy. There we go. Slight slippage, but not too bad. Max on Rails UK, hello and welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Good of you to join us. All of a sudden, it's caught up. Incredible. Yeah, that should do it. A little bit of break. That much will do nicely. So it's the last 3 wagons it should be. Yeah, perfect. Right, good stuff. And that's 57. Perfect. Good. Right. Let's see. What time is it in the valley? That's a very good question. Let's have a look. It is. No, I don't want the compass. I want the... That's it. Thank you. All right. It is getting on for 7 p.m. in the valley. So... I think the best course of action here would be to dump the coal. Like that. Go to the station. Take a nap. Let's see. Yeah, 8 o'clock. Okay, so start at 5 in the morning. Perfect. Right, fees. Yeah, I want to clear all of them basically. Good. Excellent. Right, perfect. Okay, so I'll put the jobs in. Ready to go. Make sure I've validated them. Unlike when I first started the stream. Right, that's all done. Right, I should get to the loco. Over here. Which means that I can officially sort out a problem with my mug. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a short break, about 10-15 minutes, after which we shall run this to the goods factory in town. So in the meantime, by all means, grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack, and I shall see you soon. But whatever you do, come back. All right. And we're back. Sorry about the music dying out. For whatever reason, Windows Media Player decided to go, oh, hey, you know that, you know the music should be coming through channel 7 and 8 on your mixing desk? Yes. Well, actually, I'm just going to come through level 11 and 12 and not tell you. Oh, that's great. Thank you very much. That's really kind of you. Thank you. Wonderful. Brilliant stuff. I mean, I've had OBS crash on me as well tonight, and it means I'm running it on safe mode. So, yeah, everything's going fantastically. Right, shall we get on with the game, shall I think that's a really good idea. Oh, dear. It also means my Stream Deck isn't working because I'm in safe mode on OBS as well, so I'm having to change scenes manually. So things are going really well. Okay, so we need to go from the harbour. Okay, we need to go right there, right there. Right there. Yes. Left here. Now, we have a choice. I think what I'm going to do is actually come into the back of the harbour this way. Sorry, back of the goods factory, sorry. Come into the back of the goods factory that way. And it's a very steep descent, I know that. So, there's a good chance of all sorts of calamities doing that. How are we doing for water? We're doing fine for water. Right, coal. We need coal in the hole. Let's get that sorted out. But in the meanwhile, I hope you managed to get your brews and everything else. It also means, I don't know what's going on with the chat as well with Streamlabs, but that's kind of a bit weird. Sometimes it'll flash up and sometimes it won't. But I think it's because OBS is in safe mode, and the reason it's in safe mode is down to what's called an ACO driver, which I need to remove. And I just need to reconfigure my sound here within OBS so it works properly. Because I have it a little bit more complicated than most people. Let's put it that way. But it helps me separate different feeds quite nicely. Okay, now. That should be good. I shall check. Right. Let's get the lighter. Let's get this fire lit. There we go. Right, blower please. As we're going from stationary. Let me check everything's correct. I am going to top that up. Just to make sure. Oh, for goodness sake. Let me put it in place of one of the jobs for now. There we go. And that one. Okay. Lubricator. Okay, that's good. Make sure that's done. And make sure that's done. Perfect. Good stuff. Okie dokie. Right, I'll make sure the brakes are cut in. There's the air compressor, that's always a good start. And come up here. Dynamo, please. Steams to pressure, that's great. Send cocks open. Okay, we should be pretty much good to go, actually. I've validated the jobs. So, yeah, let's get on with it. Oh, the only other thing I want to do, lantern. And put the lantern here. That's because the engine was serviced. Right. Let's get a little bit more pressure. Start using the cutoff. Getting it hooked up. Center the cocks close. A little bit of blower. About 20%. Let's hook it up a little. More coal in the hole, please. Right, I can dampen the fire down slightly. Hang on. There we go. Good stuff. And we're on our way. Now I know coming up this hill it's 40. And I've just seen storm. Oh great. Just what we need. Just as we're coming up to speed. Right, let's give it some more steam. I'm gonna need some sand, I think. Let's keep it going. I can hear a little bit of wheel slip even now. Just trying to maintain on this hill. in the rain. It's a good job I've got the sander on. There's no way I'd make it otherwise. Okay, coming onto a level grade, that helps. That's given me a little bit of momentum, but we're still going uphill. To give you some idea on the world map, we are just coming out of the harbour now. But we've still got a bit of a climb ahead of us. Okay, how are we doing? Fine. Also fine, but I will put some more coal in. Don't really want to inject when I'm coming uphill. You can see the grade. As we struggle to climb up here. Particularly as it's wet. Okay, gaining a little speed, that's nice. Pressure's good. Well, I'm doing 50 now, 5 and going up. $70, but the question is for how long? Particularly as the rain's starting to come down. $60 coming down. So I may have to back off a little. Oh yeah, 40. Okay, let's get some brakes set. A little bit of steam. There's the slip. Right, we need more coal. Need to get that boiler temperature up. Oh crap, blow back. Rough whiffle. That was close. Okay, pressure's coming back. Keep shoveling. There we go. Yeah, pressure's coming back in the boiler. We've got a 70 section. Right, okay. While we're doing that, we need to put some water in. I'm just going to shut off the throttle for a bit. To say 80 and faster. How are we doing? I'm just going to trickle that a little. Okay, we can go for it. And at this speed I can start really bringing that back. See what sort of speed I can get out of it. Okay, how are we doing? Coming up to a junction, so I probably need to slow down. Brake set. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, so far, so good. Okay, water's coming back. Just been injecting slowly. So it can build up a little bit of steam pressure. Uh-oh, I saw 3. Okay, so let's bring that forward to here and give it a little bit of reg. Okay, where are we? Okay, we're not far from the junction with to go down to the goods factory. Here we are, 40. Just got to keep an eye on the turning on the left-hand side now. So I can see a sign. .30. Almost feels like we're creeping into the goods factory at the moment. Okay, we can go a little quicker. My memory of this route is there is a steep hill downwards. Okay, so far so good. Shut the sand off. Save what's left. Probably not a lot. Potentially the track's dried out a little bit. What's this junction? Pretty sure I'm heading into the goods factory. Indeed I am. Uh-oh. Left. There we go. That was close. That could have gone horribly wrong right at the end. Yeah, just the weight of the train now, just pushing the loco forward. Okay, so if I have a look at the jobs. Okay, you're going into D5. Where are... Hang on, where are you going? Yeah, get rid of you. Put you here. It's the back one I need to know about. Okay, you're going into D6. That's the blower I need on. We've done alright, actually. Done okay. All we've got to do now is just get round this corner. It isn't the longest train I've had, but it's still pretty impressive. Okay, there we go. Good. That'll do. Right, we want... D6. Goods factory. Okay, coming into D from the east. That's that direction. Nope. Mind you, is that it? I'm going to do it from both sides and make sure. There we go. Okay. Right, so I can back this one in. impressive length. I'm talking about the train, of course. Remember, kids, this is a family show. Can you imagine if you could have steam trains that could run on remote control? That would be awesome. Particularly when you're doing this kind of stuff. It's just the last 3 wagons I need. Yeah, it's almost straightening out. Yeah, that should do it. That should do it. Perfect. Just check I'm in 6i, which I am. Should be the last 3. 57. 83. Perfect. Alright, let's shake those glad hands loose. Nice. Okay, brake on. Okay, that's the first one in. And then the other 2 are D5 right next to it. Oh. Oh. Doesn't have to go too far forward either. Just a minute. Just a minute. Stop. Could have swore I disconnected those. Hang on. The last 3 cars. 57, yeah? Oh, balls. Okay, I'm going to have to push them back in place. Oh dear. I'm doing well tonight. Hang on. Let me give him a shove. Yes, okay, wagons, stop complaining. That should do it. You wouldn't need much more than that, really. Okay. Brakes off and here we go. Just in case Lily's still watching. Oh, Lily. Sorry. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I shouldn't need to go for too far forward. There you go. Done. Perfect. Okay. Come back in. Right, so D5. Do it from both ends because I don't trust myself. Okay. Now, it's just a case of backing it in. And that's it, job done. Hooray! Hopefully this is going into the right sighting. We shall wait and see. It better be. That's 3, 4, 5 is what I need. Yeah, we're coming in 5. That's fine. Perfect. Brakes. Okay, good stuff. Right, well. Oh. Right, let's see what we've won, Bob. One there. And on the other job as well. It's probably back here. 87, 83 is the other order. There it is. Excellent. Right. Quick nip over to the station. Ah, meow. What the fuck? What the heck happened there? Right, here we go. Oh, just outside of bonus. Just. Oh, how annoying. 5 minutes. 6 minutes for that one. Wow. Incredible. Oh well. That's life. Okay. I'll have a quick look at the table. Lots of shunting. Guess what? 2 jobs to the harbour. Got lots of shunting at the goods factory. Some of those might turn into other jobs, and then we got the steel mill. Okay, well, I'll probably do that off stream. Now, I was planning to go a little bit later, but I'm starting to feel a bit tired, and also my mother requires an early night, so I don't really want to disturb her. So with the time approaching 25 to 11, it is time for me to do this. Oh. So I'd like to thank everyone who's been come out tonight. It's been lovely to see you all. Wizard Will, Max on Rails, Wolfgang. Who else have I had? Knuckleheads. I've had Lily join us tonight, as well as let me just scroll up to the chat. Literal Railroad Trestle, and also my mother, of course, and anyone else who's decided to join the stream. It's been lovely to see you. Well, until next time, hope you have a fantastic week. And I'll be streaming fairly regularly now, I hope. But until then, take care, God bless, and enjoy your gaming. This is T-Bone logging off. Good night.